English students, and welcome to NETOL. You will be learning English with Learn English with NETOL. Here on this website, you will find many English lessons that relate to living in North America, relate to living especially in Canada, Ontario, Canada. My name is Nicole, and I will be teaching you today's lesson. Today's lesson will be about class rules and rules that apply to learning online on NETOL. We're going to start with the weather. In Canada right now, it is September. It is the beginning of the school year. And the weather in September, it's still pretty hot. So let's have a look. How is the weather today in Canada? Right now, it is morning and it is 20 degrees Celsius. We also have here feels like. It is very important to look at feels like. What does it feel like? So even though it's 20 degrees, it's hotter than 20 degrees. It feels like 22 degrees. It is clear. Clear means sunny. It's another word for saying sunny. It is clear outside. It is sunny outside. And the weather, it is not cold. It is not cool or warm. It is pretty hot out today. Here are today's announcements. Hello everyone and welcome to our lesson. Today we're going to learn about class rules and what is expected of you as a NETOL student to succeed learning English with NETOL. Throughout the lesson, you will have several activities to complete and a listening test. Please make sure to complete all of the activities and to check your answers by watching the feedback video for each activity before you complete the listening test. So everybody, for today's lesson, you're going to have quite a few activities. After you complete the activities, please watch videos. The videos following the activity will have the answers, and then you can compare my answers to your answers. And lastly, for our announcements, have a look here. Have fun and enjoy learning English with NETOL. We're going to begin with a warm-up activity. Class question. Have a look at this question and see if you can come up with an answer. What did you do this past weekend? Weekend, Saturday or Sunday? What did you do? What did you do on Saturday? What did you do on Sunday? What did you do this past weekend? Think of an activity that you did this past weekend. Pause the video and talk about one activity that you did on the weekend. You could have many activities that you did this weekend, but I want you to think of one activity that you did on Saturday or on Sunday. To help you come up with an answer in English for our question, here we have our NETOL students. Our NETOL students are going to help us and help you with coming up with vocabulary that relates to weekend activities. Let's meet our NETOL students. First here we have Fatma. My name is Fatma. I am from Turkey. I have been a NETOL student for 3 months. Next, we have Hini. My name is Hini. I am from Sri Lanka. I have been a NETOL student for 10 months. Next, we have Maria. My name is Maria. I am from Portugal. I have been a NETOL student for over 11 months. Then right here we have Mordechai. My name is Mordechai. I am from Tunis. I have been a NETOL student for almost a month. Now we have Feng. My name is Feng. I am from China. I have been a NETOL student for a month, 1 month. Here we have Antonio. My name is Antonio. I'm from Chile. I have been a NETOL student for 10 months. Next, we have Ibrahim. My name is Ibrahim. I'm from Syria. I have been a NETOL student for 15 months. And lastly, we have Haben. My name is Haben. I am from Eritrea. I have been a NETOL student for 6 months. Let's have a look here at our NETOL students' answers as to what they did on the weekend. Weekend activity. So here we have Fatma, and Fatma said out loud, go shopping. Go shopping. So weekend activity, shopping, go shopping, okay, Fatma. Next, we have Hini. Hini said, do laundry. So weekend activity, laundry, okay, thank you, Hini. Next comes Maria. Spend time with my family. Thank you, Maria. Next comes Ibrahim. Ibrahim said, work. Next, oh, I apologize. That wasn't Ibrahim. That was Mordechai. Sorry, Mordechai. Next comes Feng. Feng said, clean my home. After Feng comes Antonio. Antonio said, cook. Ooh, I wonder what Antonio cooked. Okay. Next comes, there is Ibrahim. Hi, Ibrahim. Ibrahim said, visit my friend. And lastly, Haben. Haben said, study English. Very good, Haben. Okay. So I have a question for all of my NETOL students and all of you, all of my English students at home. Have a look at this question. Which English tense should we use for activities that happened in the past? Remember, weekend activity, I asked you, what did you do this past weekend? So which English tense should we use for activities that happened in the past? Let's have a look. Here we have the English tenses. We have the future tense, talking about things that we are going to do in the future. Next, we have the present tense, talking about things that we're doing right now. For example, I'm speaking to you right now. You are listening to me right now. Present tense. And here we have the past tense, activities that we did in the past. Our focus for this activity is the past tense. Have a look at all of the weekend activities that our NETOL students gave us. All of the activities that our NETOL students gave us are not in the past tense. We need to change that. So Fatma said go shopping. Fatma, instead of go shopping, we will need to change it to went. Go, past tense of go is went. So Fatma went shopping. When you're talking about past activities, go shopping, no, went shopping. Next, Hini said do laundry. Again, that is not in the past tense. Let's change that to did. So do will change to did. So what did you do this past weekend? I did laundry. Okay, thank you, Hini. Next, we have Maria. Maria said, spend time with my family. Spend time will be changed to spent. Spend time with my family. Very good. Next, we have Mordechai. Mordechai said, work. It happened in the past. This is something that Mordechai did on the weekend. So we will change work to worked. Next, we have Feng. Feng said, clean my home. Feng, we will need to change clean to cleaned. So cleaned my home because again, that activity happened on the weekend. The weekend has finished. It's in the past. Next, we have Antonio. Antonio said cook. And again, cook will change to cooked because it is a past activity. Ibrahim said visit my friend. Visit my friend needs to be changed to visited my friend. And Haben said study English. Very good, Haben. But study will need to be changed to studied. Studied English. There you go. So now all of our activities are changed. All of the verbs within our activities are changed to the past. Warm-up activity. Here's an activity for you to do at home. Writing practice. I'd like for everybody to grab a pencil and paper. Practice your writing at home by writing one complete sentence about one activity that you did this weekend. So try your best, get your pencil, get your paper, and try your best to write one sentence about one thing that you did this past weekend. There are some rules to being a good writer. Have a look at the NETOL rules for being a good writer. So good writers must do the following in order to be good writers. First thing that I want you to do is I want you to use capital letters when needed. For example, when you're writing a sentence, the beginning of your sentence will always need to begin with a capital letter. If you're writing I, always capitalize the I when you're writing I as a subject. So I will never be a lowercase I. Here's an I right here. When you're writing I, capital letter. Use the correct punctuation. For today's activity, the punctuation will be period. You're writing one complete sentence. You're not writing a question. You're just writing a sentence. Please include a period at the end of your sentence. Next. Leave spaces between words. Sometimes when students are writing, they will write all the words so close together that it looks like one big word. Try to leave spaces between your words. Check your spelling. Spelling is very important. Checking your spelling, making sure you correct your spelling is very important, part of learning English. And the last thing that I would like all of my good writers to do is to read your writing over to make sure that it all makes sense. And don't just read it over like this. I want you to read it over out loud. So when you write a sentence, read it over out loud to make sure that it makes sense. If you're reading it and you don't understand what you're reading, that means that there are mistakes there, so you may need to rewrite your sentence. So read your writing over to make sure that it all makes sense. Get your pencil and your paper, and please write one sentence for me about what you did over the weekend. Now you can pause the video, complete your activity, and then you can resume the video after you're done the activity. And I will show you examples of our NETOL students and how they wrote their sentences. So please pause your video. See you soon.